I'm not crazy, guys. I'm not crazy. I knew there was something wrong with me, and I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. We figured it out. Yeah. Hey guys, today I wanted to kind of just give a life update and just kind of like tell my story of what's been going on with me for the past 6 months, because yesterday I got a phone call from my doctor, and this is a phone call that I have been anxiously waiting for so long. And I just found out that I have Lyme disease. So I know usually, like, when you figure out that you have a disease or that there's something wrong with you, people usually are upset, right? But no, I'm not upset. I'm actually happy. This whole time I keep saying to like my parents, I'm like, oh my gosh, can I please just get like a body scan? Like, I feel like there's something wrong with me. There's something that like we're just not finding, and I don't know. I just always had this feeling that something was a little off. It kind of started in like December. I just started feeling really tired all the time, and I'm not just talking like, oh, I did like activity and now I'm exhausted. I'm talking about like fatigued. Like, it was exhausting to like raise my arm. My muscles, my body just felt tired. I was mentally drained. I would wake up in the morning at like 9 o'clock, and then by 11 o'clock I was so tired from doing absolutely nothing that I would take a nap for like 3 hours or so, and it was just like a cycle that was going on and on. I remember trying to do something on the computer once, and I was just like, I can't do this. I can't even read. I don't even know what I'm saying. I can't concentrate. I don't know. I was like, this is just not normal. I've been to the doctor several times, and I guess I just never really like pushed enough about how tired I was. Like, I was thinking like, there's nothing, like when you look at me, there's nothing wrong. So I kind of felt like, oh, maybe this is just all in my head. Maybe there's nothing actually wrong with me. I've had so many blood tests taken too over the past 6 months, but they were all just like regular routine blood tests, like testing like vitamin D and like, I don't know, stuff like that. I always used to say like, I hope something shows up in the blood test, because I would just want to know what's wrong with me so I can fix it and move on with my life. And then the other thing is I couldn't sleep at night. That was pretty hard too, because I just had insomnia. Like, I would literally just lay in bed at night and I just couldn't fall asleep. So I started off by taking about 5 milligrams of melatonin, and then I kind of felt like it would wear off and it wasn't working as much anymore. So then they bumped it up to 10, and then they bumped it up to 15, and so I just kept increasing my melatonin. And yes, maybe the first like a couple of days of increasing my melatonin, I was able to fall asleep at night, but then it kind of stopped working. So again, I went back to the doctors, and they actually prescribed me a sleeping pill. Now, I don't know, I was kind of like, there was a lot of side effects of the sleeping pill, and my mom is very like anti-medicine, and so she really didn't want me taking it. So that's kind of when we realized like, okay, this is an issue. We need to go back to the doctors and really see what's wrong. Because I was really not for taking a sleeping pill. I went to the doctors again, and I explained thoroughly all my symptoms that I've been having. I really like stressed about how tired I was. But this time they tested for Lyme disease, they tested for mono, they tested for thyroid problems, they tested for like hormone imbalances, and that's when I find out that I had Lyme disease. So Lyme disease is when you get bitten by a tick, and usually you have a rash with like a bullseye. That's like the sign that you were bitten by a tick. However, I never saw that on me ever. The like typical symptoms of Lyme disease is you get fatigued, you have joint pain, you have headaches, stuff like that. My main thing was just being fatigued, and literally being fatigued is the symptom of every single illness out there. So that's why it was so hard to figure out what was wrong. I had such odd things that just kept showing up in these past 6 months. So really the tiredness is what got to me the most, but I also had neck pains a lot. Like, I would always complain that my neck hurt or had like a stiff neck, and I was very uncomfortable trying to fall asleep at night. And then I would go through these times where I was like really cold, and I'd be like, is anyone else cold? I'd ask my family, and they're like, no. And then other times I'm like sweating and no one else is hot. I think it also is giving me some anxiety a bit. So when I was in school, I used to never get sick. Now, when I mean never get sick, like, I never even had a cold. Like, I just was never sick. But in the past 6 months, I've been sick twice, and to me, that's a lot. And one of the times I had a fever for like 5 days, and for like a whole week, I was like out. I had flu-like symptoms, but it wasn't the flu. It was just some virus. So, you know, I was thinking that was all, that I was getting sick a lot. Also, I've been really lightheaded. Like, you know when you stand up too fast and you're lightheaded? Like, I feel like that would happen to me a lot more, and then I'd be dizzy. But one that was concerning not only to me but like my doctors and everything is that I got so tired from just driving. Now, I'm one who can always fall asleep in the car, so it's not unusual for me to be tired in the car, but when I'm driving, like, usually I'm so focused that I'm not tired, and I've never experienced being so tired. I mean, it was really bad. I remember one time I went to the mall with my sister, and that's the other thing, just doing like little activity would drain me. But I was at the mall with my sister. We went and walked around for maybe like an hour or so, and just from that hour of walking around, I was so tired. I was like, Olivia, you have to drive home, I can't do this. And I was like, aren't you tired? Like, do you feel like you could take a nap right now? And she's like, no, not really. And so that was what I was always finding. I just always wanted to take a nap, and I just couldn't do anything. I don't know, I didn't have the motivation to get up and like hang out with friends or honestly do anything because I was just so tired all the time. The other thing is, some days I felt completely normal and I actually wasn't tired, which was rare, but some days I would, and then the next day I would be completely exhausted. So I was getting to the point, I'm like, maybe this is all in my head, maybe there is actually nothing wrong with me. And then we were also thinking that maybe I need to go have a sleep study done because my sleeping was a concern and my sleeping was just so off. The not sleeping really started to bother me because I just couldn't do anything with my life because I wasn't sleeping at night but sleeping all day. Like I was reversed, and I couldn't move on with my life. I was just too tired to do anything. So that really, it was starting to get really frustrated. I was getting irritated. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to do something, but I'm just too tired. So when I heard I had Lyme disease, I was actually excited because now I'm able to treat it and I can get my life back, because really for the past 6 months I have been just completely out of it. So I went to school in September. I went to Montclair State University and went for a semester, and then actually did not go back to school for the spring semester because of what I was going through. Like, I've been home all the time. I mean, there's some days I was so tired I never even stepped outside. I was just home all day and I would nap all the time, and I had doctors telling me that you're sleeping too much, maybe you're not sleeping enough, maybe there's something wrong with your sleep, maybe you need to get more exercise, maybe you're tired from not doing anything. But no two people that have Lyme disease are alike, so it's very hard to treat. So I really have no idea how long I've had it. I could have had it for like only a couple of weeks now. I could have had it for months, or maybe I've been having it for years. I have no idea. But I'm just glad that we brought it all together and I got to finally figure out that, yeah, I have Lyme disease. And for treatment, I was put on antibiotics for about 30 days. Just started taking them yesterday. So after 6 months of feeling crappy, hopefully within the next month or so, I'll start to have some energy. I'll start to feel better. So it's just exciting to hear that I finally have a name to put to something I've been feeling, because I was starting to think that there was nothing wrong with me and that I was just going to have to live with being tired. The other thing is, I've been trying to get a job, but I was just like, how am I supposed to work if I'm tired all the time? It's just not going to work out. So I'm excited because summer's coming, and so I just feel like I'm ready to like live my life finally. I feel like I've been trapped at home and I can't do anything. I don't feel like going out. Hopefully I'll be able to post more videos because I'll have energy. So I just wanted to make this video to bring awareness to Lyme disease, because there are a lot of people out there that are living with it and currently have no idea. And it's affected so many people and it goes untreated all the time. So yeah, if you are tired, because that was my main symptom, or if you have any other symptom, or you just have a feeling that you're off and you think that there is something up with you and you have that gut feeling, because usually if you feel like there's something off in your body, you know your body, and so there's probably something up. So I recommend that you go to the doctors and you just keep pushing and saying, I want this test, I think this is wrong with me, stuff like that. And so you could figure it out so you can get treatment and get better as soon as you can. So I don't know, I'm excited to see where this goes. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little something. If you have any questions at all about my experience, feel free to comment below and I'll answer. I really don't know that much about Lyme disease, but I could answer off of my own experience. So feel free to subscribe and hit the red button below and like this video if you learned something. And I hope you guys will continue to follow along my journey of life, and I don't know, let's have some fun. I'm excited for the future. I hope you are too. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh yeah, also I forgot to say that I actually recorded myself on the phone with my mom and like my reaction to hearing out that I had Lyme disease, so I'll insert those clips below so you can see how truly excited I was to figure out what was going on.
Cameron Reese.
Wait, I know Dad was like, did you ever find a bullseye or something on you?
It
and I was
sometimes
like,
you don't. What if it was on your head? What if it bit you on the head?
It's just all from a tick bite.
Yeah.
Like what
well,
happened?
The tick has to be infected with the Lyme virus.
Oh.
But at least, Cameron, it's something, and maybe you being on antibiotics for a little bit will help you, hopefully bring your energy back.
Mm-hmm. Thank God I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, guys. I'm not crazy. And I knew it this whole time. I knew there was something wrong with me, and I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. We figured it out. Yeah.